Hello, all you wonderful people out there, and welcome back to my media museum. This is going to be box 3 of my 45s, and none of these are sleeved, so some of them look kind of rough, but it's actually about a half a box, maybe 60 or 70 of them, but we're going to go through these and have a look at them. Here we've got Alice Cooper promo. He's back, the man behind the mask from Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. And I do love Alice, and he did a number of movie soundtrack songs. You'll notice this one is stereo on both sides with the exact same timings, 323 and 323, so that's one of those that has the exact same thing on both sides. And now here, this is a real special song for me. It brings back a lot of memories. Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Love that song. I am a Stevie Nicks fan. I've got a lot of friends who are not. I don't get it. Stevie's great, but we all have opinions, and that's the way things go. Songbirds on the back of this one. That's Christy McVie on one and Stevie on the other side. So, a lot of the Fleetwood Mac seem to do that. Then here we've got a copy of Go Your Own Way, which if you're familiar with that, you'll know that the B-side of that is Silver Springs, non-album track, Stevie Nicks song that was cut, I guess at the last minute. It was cut off of Rumors. But it was only available as the B-side of this 45 for quite a few years. But Go Your Own Way. I'm going to leave that there. I got that sleeve there just to protect the disc a little bit and give it a little cushion. So it's the same sleeve. None of these are sleeved. Joni Mitchell, Help Me. I do not know that song at all. And B-side of that, Free Man in Paris. Don't know that one either. Price tag is on here, but usually they put the price tag on the A side, but you can clearly see this is marked B, and that was marked A, so Help Me is the A side. But it's, like I said, not a song I recognize, even though that's a spun gold, which is a reissue. But now we're getting into some good stuff here. The Safaris with Wipeout. And I do believe this does look like it could be an original. Dot Records. And what could possibly be on the B-side of that? Surfer Joe by the Safaris. I do know that song too. Two good songs on one there. Moving on, we got the Eagles doing Take It to the Limit. One More Time, 1975. Going back a few years. Now on the B-side, Take It to the Limit, After the Thrill Is Gone. Pretty cool. Next up, we've got a really good, interesting one. I was really happy when I came across this. And this would also definitely be interesting listen, because Roundabout is a heck of a lot longer than the 3 minutes and 27 seconds listed on this 45 version. So the B-side, can you guess what it is? It's going to be another edit 2 that is much, much shorter than what version you're used to hearing. Long Distance Runaround at only 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Yeah, these are the oldie series, but they're still putting the 45 versions on there as opposed to the album versions. But that's a really good 45 there. 2 great songs in alternate versions. And then April Wine, Just Between You and Me. I've come across this one quite a few times. Great song. I love April Wine. They were awesome. Harder Faster was the first one of theirs I got, and I loved it. Nature of the Beast came out after that and was even better. Well, maybe not even better, but every bit as good. But it had some better songs, and April Wine got really big after those 2 albums. They did quite a few of them in Canada before hitting it big with Harder Faster. Then backside of that, Big City Girls, which me and my buddies used to like to sing with some alternate lyrics that I can't repeat here. But yeah, great songs. That whole album's great. Harder, Faster, and Nature of the Beat both don't have any filler. No bad songs on them. Those were great, great albums. And here we go, Foreigner. Had some Foreigner in box 2. And I was talking about how Long, Long Way from Home and Cold as Ice were my favorites, or the early singles off of that. Well, here's Cold as Ice. And the B-side of that is I Need You, which was a pretty good song. I like that song as well. And moving right along. This one, Buckethead, Buckethead, you out there? I never got into Bootsy Collins, but I was really surprised to run across this Bootzilla 45 in this box, Bootsy's Rubber Band. And I looked it up. It is Bootsy Collins. It even says here it's produced by George Clinton and William Collins. Never got into him. Don't know him, but I'm a huge Buckethead fan. Love Buckethead. And he's a big Bootsy fan, so that's why I'm a little aware of who Bootsy is. Vanished in Our Sleep. I don't know either one of these songs. But even if I had ran across these in a box buying them individually, this is one I would have had to pick up just because of the Buckethead connection. And if you don't know Buckethead, I suggest you look into him, because Buckethead is an awesome guitarist. He's a bit quirky, but hey, we all can be. Here's one that probably have a little less interest these days after his modern history, but Bill Cosby doing Little Old Man. Uptight, everything's all right. Well, we were big into Bill Cosby, when I was a kid. He was great. He had done I Spy. He was putting comedy albums out. Noah. We even listened to that one in church, I remember. Listening to the Noah skit off of one of his albums. And B-side of this, Don't You Know? No, I don't know. But the Cosby Kids, Fat Albert. Come on, Bill Cosby had a great career in the 60s and 70s. Wasn't so much a fan of his The Cosby Show, but I know it was very popular and there's a lot of fans out there. Here's a Monkees, I'm a Believer, Flashback Records. This is obviously a reissue, but it's an early reissue. You can tell just by look at it. Bell Records. Pleasant Valley Sunday on the B side of that one, or whichever, one or the other. I'm not sure which one was the A side or the B side, but both of those are A side songs in my opinion. Can't go wrong. And here's a good one. This is a little bit different from what we've seen in the first 3 boxes thus far. B.B. King doing The Thrill Is Gone. Blues Way Records, ABC is where it's at, apparently. I like B.B. King. Got nothing against B.B. King. I got into the blues a bit and for a period there. I still prefer the rock and blues like AC/DC as opposed to the true blues, which B.B. King is mid blues. He's not going all the way back to Robert Johnson's times, but B.B. was kind of the beginnings of the rock and blues, I would say. A B-side, You're Mean. I do not know that song. The Thrill Is Gone. I do believe I recognize that title. But Stevie Ray Vaughan got me into the blues a bit more than I was before. And then here's one. My sister would appreciate this one, because I remember her having this one. This isn't hers. I bought this box, and all of these came from one purchase, one box. And Barry Manilow, I Write the Songs. This is likely somebody's personal collection, and who knows why they decided to part ways with it. Probably because, as I've heard so many times before, I got all that stuff on CD, or I downloaded it all to my iPod, or I've heard lots of stories of reasons why people are selling their 45s off. B-side, A Nice Boy Like Me. Don't know that song, but I think everybody recognizes I Write the Songs. It makes the whole world sing. Here's a much later one, but kind of more along my lines. 80s pop metal. Asia doing Only Time Will Tell. I definitely recognize that one. And you can see it's 82 and no barcode. So you can see what I was talking about. You get up into the mid 80s and it's hit and miss. Some companies were putting barcodes on them and some companies weren't. But by the time you get into the late 80s, up into the end of the 45s, productions, I know they still make some today, but this is all revisionary. They're bringing them back. Asia, Time Again. I don't know that song as well, but I believe it was off of the same album as the A-side. But yeah, no barcode. But you'll see them as you get farther into the late 80s. You'll see more and more of the barcodes. So here we're at 11 minutes, so we're going to have to stop there. Looks like this one's going to take 3 or 4 episodes to cover this box. So we'll be back in a little while. Hope you join us.